So we're down here at page 3's Game Zone taking a look at the brand new Uncanny X-Men Marvel Dice Master starter set. I'll let you take a peek at some of the components of those for those of you that either are new to the game or that are just curious about what you can get in the starter set. So you're going to get 3 cards each, 3 different cards each as far as versions go, for each character plus 2 dice. And you've got, in this set, you've got Quicksilver, Wolverine, Iceman, Kitty Pryde, both have some really sweet translucent dice with them, Cyclops, Angel, Juggernaut, and Magneto. This dice was baggered off there a little bit. And then we also have got cards for 4 new colors for the basic action dice. And then quite a few new basic action cards. We've got Transfer Power, Take That Villain. I guess I could actually show them there. And there's the Transfer Power with a global ability. Ambush, Enrage, Feedback, Imprisoned, Possession, Reckless Melee, Relentless, and Selective Shield. So a whole bunch of new basic action dice. Of course, you've also got the wonderful dice bags. 3 each of all 4 of the different new action dice, pink, brown, purple, and orange. And then 16 of the starter dice with the pawns and whatnot on them. So that's enough for 2 people to play. And then, of course, a checklist. Don't forget that. So we'll be right back here to talk a little bit about the game and let you know what we here at Page 3's Game Zone think down here in Pikeville, Kentucky. So Aaron and Pat are here to join me. We're going to talk a little bit about the new Uncanny X-Men Dice Masters set, the Marvel Dice Masters set from WizKids. That goes on sale on Wednesday, October the 29th. We're filming this the night before, so pretty excited about getting to take a look at these dice and the cards and whatnot that come with them, and are ready for this to hit the shelves tomorrow. So one thing for those of us, I know a lot of people fell in the trap when Dice Masters was first announced last fall that the idea of a collectible dice game seemed completely ridiculous. Did it not to you, Pat?
Yeah, big time.
When it was solicited as collectible Quarriors. Now, don't get me wrong, I really liked Quarriors, but I thought that was I just thought it was absurd. And I was like, there's absolutely no way that I'm buying into this game. In fact, we had not even ordered a single starter or pack of the original AVX set to start with because of that. And then right before it comes out, WizKids releases, oh, wait a minute, by the way, here's this how combat's different than Quarriors and so forth. And I thought to myself, well, we're probably going to miss this boat for the initial release. So I think most of the nation and most of the world actually, based on the lack of product until this week, yeah, kind of fell in that exact same boat. So, but we're definitely ready for this set, as I think most retailers nationwide are. So, for those of you that are new to the game, Dice Masters, the starter sets are only $14.99. $15, 2 players can get involved in that. Now, I know, Aaron, I think you already own the starter from Avengers vs. X-Men. So, what kind of value did you think what did you get out of that from the first set?
I loved it. I mean, me and Cody picked it up pretty easy, just the 2 of us. I'd love to pick up a new set, definitely to add more characters into it. I mean, there's plenty, I know there was enough characters for both of us, and there were variations of each of those characters, so if we wanted to make it difficult for, for the difficulty for the other person, so I know it's like each person costs so much, but the higher their cost, the better the abilities, so it's pretty well balanced out, but I know we loved it.
And so there was plenty enough for just 2 people.
Oh yeah.
Right out of this.
Absolutely.
Okay, and I know it's going to be the same way here with the Uncanny X-Men set. So just some different things as we looked at. So Pat, I know this is something that you had mentioned that you kind of came in just after and got to see, hey, wait a minute, this seems really interesting with the Avengers versus X-Men set. But I know that's something you've been talking about that you wanted to play with you and your son.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it looked really exciting. We're both crazy about dice. We're into role-playing games and everything like that. And that was a big thing for us, is all the cool different dice that you could get with it and everything. But we're huge comic book fans, too. And for $15, I mean, it's hard to go wrong for somebody just to throw down an easy $15 and pick up this game. And the fact that it's for 2 players and not just one is kind of odd for most of these games out there for $15.
Mm-hmm.
So we're both really excited about this, and the fact that the booster packs are just 99 cents.
Yeah, killer.
I mean, you know. So.
I originally thought, was under the impression that booster packs were $2, as I think several of us here were, and then we realized, wait a minute, our cost isn't $1, retail's $1, so that completely changed the game on, on a lot of things. And it's like, okay, 2 really cool custom dice for 99 cents.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you don't play the game, for people that, I mean, for anybody that knows you, I mean, you have a few dice.
Yeah, I got several gallon buckets full.
Buckets of dice. So,
Buckets.
for anybody that may be into collecting dice, these are still really awesome dice.
Yeah.
And 2 for $1. I mean, most dice retail for right around $1 a die.
Yeah,
So
or more.
Yeah, or more. But I'm like, if you're just looking at like really generic basic dice, you know, $1 a die. So I mean, you're getting something you can play in a game and collect, and just have really awesome dice to use for whatever you may want to use them for. So it's just a really good deal all around. So one of the other things I guess we don't want to overlook, the cloth dice bags that we were just joking about a few moments ago in the actual product review, taking a look at the contents of the box. They also have released really awesome, like almost as big as your head, dice bags, custom dice bags with X-Men on them on the front and back. It's the same design on the front and the back. Now they do retail for $15, so it's as expensive as the starter set by itself. But if you've tried to purchase a dice bag in the past of any kind, they aren't cheap. So for one this big, that I mean, you could put both of your fists down in this potentially. I mean, I suppose if you could actually work getting your wrist down in there, I think you could fit both fists down in there as well as probably every die that you have in this game.
Yeah, easily.
So
easily. They
heard, the Whiz Kids actually heard the cries of the many that said, for the love of Texas, these paper dice bags are not cutting it. So, I mean, you do have to buy it separately, but, I mean, it is available, and it's a really awesome dice bag. Even if you're not into this game, just somebody that wants a really cool dice bag for random use, this is awesome. So, either of you guys have anything else you want to add?
Not until I get to play the game.
So we got one that's ready to play. Aaron that's played it several times. I've played it a few times myself, and I share the sentiments that Aaron does. I guess I mean I really, one of the things I really liked that I think was really neat was that the global abilities that action dice and the characters have that either player can activate basically at any time, as long as they can pay for it. Yeah. I thought that was something that was an interesting mechanism they put into the game. So I guess it's why I kind of thought I wanted to mention a couple of the cards that I noticed in this starter set that had global abilities. So for that reason.
And the other side basic abilities that both sides can actually purchase. Mm-hmm. Those basic abilities.
Yep.
So it's not
you bring it to the table, but your opponent can take it from you potentially. I mean, if you don't buy them, yeah, they're going to. So really interesting. I look forward to maybe even trying some organized competitive play. I think this would really lend itself well towards it. So I think it would be a lot of fun. So For those of you that did not pre-order with us already, there's still a few available of the starter sets. Still got quite a bit of booster packs available down here at Page 3's Game Zone in Pikeville, Kentucky. So stop by and check it out. And I guess that's all we've got for this episode of Shop Talk. So we'll see you later.
Can't wait to start.